So in this video, I promised we'd be looking at CGA graphics with assembly language and on the Marty PC. So I wanted to first touch on assembly language. Assembly language is not difficult. It can be tedious, but it's not difficult. That's one of the major misunderstandings about assembly language. There are a number of assemblers you can use on Marty PC. There's A86, which, by the way, I think 8-Bit Guy had created his game Planet X3 using A86 assembler. And this is the shareware version that I have. I could very well use this, but I decided to go with Borland Turbo Assembler version 2 because that works, that's more up my alley. And it doesn't require 32-bit mode for the assembly process because this computer system, as you know, runs in 8088 and does not support 32-bit. So I had to find a version that was a little older that would work on this computer. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and edit the program, open it up rather, that I created, the CGA underscore graph, which, by the way, I will include in the description of this video. And while this loads, we're going to take a quick look at how a developer might convert something simple in C into assembly language, just to show kind of what's involved with this. So imagine in C, I wanted to add two values, j plus k. Very simple. And that's it. You would simply add the two values and store it into I. Let's say that these values are all long integers. In order to do that in assembly language, you would have to move the value that's in J into the AX register. And then you'd have to move the value J plus 2, because that's the other half of J, into the DX register. Then I would have to add into the AX register whatever is in K. And then I would have to add with carry whatever is in the K plus 2 into DX. So just like this. We're not done yet. And then we could store into I whatever is in AX, and then we could store the other half of the value which is in DX into I plus 2. And that's pretty much how you would go about doing it. This is really the only way you can accomplish this in assembly language. As you can see, it can be tedious, but it's not impossible. So I hope that lends to what's involved here. And so that's precisely what we're dealing with when it comes to several routines. We have various routines that we programmed here. A vertical line, a horizontal line, we did a pixel, and a regular arbitrary draw line. Now, the V line, or the vertical line, and the horizontal lines are very easy to do. There's no real major math going on, but you do have to work with the data segment between the odd and evens. And like I said, this can be accomplished very or much more efficiently if I were to do the evens first, followed by the odds last. But anyway, and now we're going to not save this, but we're going to use the turbo assembler and assemble it. And then we can take a look at what was accomplished. There it goes. And this is all real time, so you can see that it didn't really take too long to assemble. And since I did it as a compile, it could be an exe file all the same, but I did it as a compile just in case you need to modify it slightly to work with the shareware version of A86 macro assembler. And it only supports compiles if you have the shareware version. And I believe it will support exe files if you pay for the $50 fee. I highly recommend it. But anyway, we'll go ahead and run this graph routine. So we're going to link that OBJ with the T extension, and that will convert that object file into a comp file. And there we go, CGA underscore graph. And there it is. There's an arbitrary pixel, two vertical lines at different colors, and diagonal line. I also included into the source code a way to change the palettes for the CGA graphics, because there's a default palette which would be like cyan, magenta, and white. And in this alternate palette, you get a little bit, you get different colors. So I hope that helps. And of course, I did a vertical line test with random colors. And then after that, it ends the program. So I hope that helps your exploration, or at least stepping into CGA graphics development in assembly language. And like I said, it certainly can be a lot faster. And perhaps in a later video, we'll go through that process and determine how to go about doing that. Because right now, my C version is much faster at drawing those vertical lines. So obviously, I made a mistake, or maybe I overlooked something. I'll get back to that for sure. But anyway, thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this video.